Okay, so Davie, welcome to Scottish football.
Yeah.
First game in charge. What were your reflections on today's game?
I felt it was very similar to some of the games that I've seen with the club so far this season. I think the first half it took us a little bit of time to get the shape right for the early part of the game, and then we were catching them in the break pretty regularly, and just a final ball, maybe not enough bodies in the box when we got into that areas. And they never had a lot. There was a bit of possession, but I think just the way we set up, we were difficult to break down, and which come the end of the first half, Kelty got very frustrated with us. So we went into the first half at the break quite satisfied in a way that, without creating any chances, we had sort of half chances on the break. We felt we were reasonably comfortable defensively. We had a bit of an issue right side both first half and second half, and so we're okay first half, and then second half obviously we lost possession of the ball on the right hand side, and the corner came in, and just obviously wasn't had time to work on certain things, so we just went with what was done in the past for set plays. So obviously we've got a couple of weeks to work on that, and then you lost the goal, but to be fair, that they picked up again after it. And then obviously up until the penalty kick and the red card, obviously that was a little bit unfortunate. But again, when you are where you are, that's the sort of things that go against you. And obviously lost that goal, and after that the game was sort of dead and buried. Obviously down to 10 players, which was disappointing. So like I say, that's the third time we've been with the team. A lot of good things, but it's just certain things, maybe the individual mistakes and in certain areas probably need to be a little bit better. But we've got 2 weeks to work on things, which obviously we'll do that. It gives some of the more experienced players a little bit more time to get back, and we have got quite a young team as well. Obviously you saw the guys we brought on, younger boys, so it'll be good for them in the future. But short term, we have to start picking up points, and today was good just to see the players, see the mentality, see them close up, and I learnt a lot today. So as I say, a lot of work to work with, but a lot of good stuff to work with. Obviously we've got 2 more games before the transfer window, so it's a case of picking up points, particularly against Clyde, the team that's closest to us. So that's going to be the big one. But as I say, there's a lot of good things here. Even after the game, the players were down and disappointed, and which is a good thing. But I think they know deep down that there's more to come from them.
Going back to the game, were you surprised how Kelty started? Because they looked as though they were quite on the foot straight away. Yeah, well, they knew. I mean, obviously they're playing at home, and they're playing against a team who's been struggling of late. And I think they knew that they would have to have a go at us. Obviously, when a new manager coming in, there's obviously that sort of buzz. And I think we got that. They had a lot of possession, and obviously they couldn't break us down in the first half. And like I say, they began to argue with each other. Just because we're frustrated they couldn't get through us, and like I say, they threw a lot of bodies, and we caught them on the break quite regularly in the first half. But we know they're a good team, and I mean they've got a pretty settled team. They haven't had many injuries. I know they had Cardle out today with a red card from the previous, but the team's been pretty settled. Whereas Peterhead, over the season it's been players in, players out, players playing out of position, so that makes it even more difficult. But I just think it's for us, it's just going to take a little bit of time. The goal early in the second half.
Yeah.
Obviously that wasn't the game plan.
No.
It kind of caught us all by a bit of surprise.
Yeah.
But they obviously started well in the second half as well as the first half. Kelty did.
Yeah. I mean, obviously like I say, it's based. You're playing against a team that's where they are. But we went at half time, and I thought we were quite comfortable defensive wise. They had a lot of possession. But it was just a soft goal, particularly from a corner kick, soft one to lose. Obviously it's a set play, and it's something we hadn't had time to work on. We just sort of left it the way it was previously. So I think obviously we'll work on that a little bit, but there's a lot of things to work on, but a lot of good things. But I just feel, even after we lost the goal, for maybe a 20-minute spell, I thought we were very good, put them under a bit of pressure without creating too much,
Yeah. Even at 1-0,
yeah.
I felt we had plenty of chances that we could have.
Yeah, we'd have like half chances, and wasn't exactly great chances, but we'd half chances. And the good thing is that the players didn't hide. They lost a goal, and it's quite easy for the heads to go down. That certainly didn't happen. So I think that's a pleasing thing for me anyway. And obviously, when the second goal went in, you go down to 10 men. It's very, very difficult after that, but the players are hurting, but they know deep down that there's a lot of good things there and a lot of good things to come.
Who was that assisting you today, Davie?
Well, Jimmy Lindsay and we had Ian Esselman. They were both helping me today, and obviously Barry Thompson, the goalkeeping coach, was there as well. Barry was good because he knew a lot of, probably the more the players that haven't been playing, he knows more about them than I do. But the next couple of weeks we'll work on obviously seeing some of those boys as well. But no, it was good to get back, good to see them up close, and like I say, we probably need a few adjustments, but we also need some of the experienced boys to come back as well. Because as I say, there's not many experienced players out there, and you look at Kelty, the experience that they had within their team, and you can have young players as well, but you need some experience around them to help them, particularly in this situation.
And finally, Rusty went down near the end there. I kind of thought, oh no.
Yeah.
But it was good and positive to see him back in the field.
Yeah, well, I mean, that just shows you the attitude. He probably shouldn't have played, but he had that desire that he wanted to play. Just like Jordan Brown, for me, I know he hasn't played for a number of weeks, and I thought he was one of our best players. And you wouldn't think that he's been out for so long and in and out of the team. So he was a huge plus today, and obviously Andy McCaffrey was fantastic as well. Danny Strachan worked hard. I thought for the most part, most of our back four were good, Jason and Andy, but obviously Andy's got to miss the next game. So, like I say, there's a lot of good things, but we just want to get players back fit again, and obviously there's a window coming in. So it's just about, like I say, we've got 5 opportunities to see them in the next couple of weeks to try and work on stuff, and so when we play against Clyde, we're better equipped than what we were today.